Hi Cancer, welcome back to your Astroflower reading. You had a really powerful reading, as I remember last week. Look at this, just these three cards here are really powerful as well. Hangman, Judgment and Five of Swords. They're all realization cards. They're all major realization cards. So, if you're part of the Astroflower family, welcome back to the Astroflower family meeting. If you want to be part of the Astroflower family, it's very simple. Just all you need to do, and you can do it right this second, is click that subscription and that bell as well to get notifications. For those of you who have got your birthday coming up this week, happy birthday to you, you Cancers out there who are having your birthday. And we've also got the solstice coming up as well. And I will be doing a reading for the solstice because there's a definite change coming up. And this is what this energy was building up into you last week. It is to do with your season as well. When you're coming up to your birthday season, when it's your birthday, that's when the energy starts flowing back through you, like the sap in a tree in spring. It starts coming back up into the tree. But this is, you're moving from your autumn into your winter, so you're growing your roots for your future. And there's definite realization. This is a real birthday or a Cancer season reading by the looks of things. This is the relationship side and your emotional sort of side. This is the money and the financial sort of side, business, jobs, etc. This is the overall energy. This is the outcome, which we will be reading at the end. And this is the karmic path for your relationship side, and this is the karmic path for your financial sort of side. So let's just we have got a competition on at Instagram, over on Instagram, which you will find a link in the description below with lots of other links. And you should find your book as well in there, the Astroflower Cancer as well. So I will be giving you a keyword which you can use to enter in the competition to get a free reading or a free healing session with my good self. And it'd be lovely to see you. So do join in the competition. The overall reading on this at the moment, that wave is starting to crest. That energy, that force that was building up, and then you can almost get those first bit of curling over of water, that first spray that's coming off the top of the wave. And it's seeing things in a different perspective. Like a surfer who catches the wave, he's paddling on the wave, they're paddling on the wave. And when they catch the wave, they stand up. All of a sudden you go from water level to above the water. And this is what it seems like, where you're going to get a different view. It means you're going to have to do things differently by the looks of things. Let's go on to the relationship side. So they've got the Five of Swords. A lot of people were getting the Five of Swords, to be honest, last week. And I think it is a case of walking away from things that are just causing you a headache, basically, by the looks of it. Because it's coming up to your birthday, and this is what your birthday is all about, is leaving the stuff in the past that doesn't serve you anymore and building on the things that do provide for you and for your loved ones around you. And this is coming from seeing things differently. When you see things differently, imagine if you've got something or someone who is annoying you, and all of a sudden out the back you kind of say, oh, what's that? And then you go walking off to the thing that's been annoying you is left in the past. I think that's what it is. It's just seeing things and doing things a little bit differently. So that's your karmic message or your karmic path this week, to actually start doing things a little bit more differently, and it allow you to open up and see and use that force, use that wave that is building within you. Some of you, it may well be cresting this week. I think it's tied into your birthday, and it could also be tied into the solstice. So, we'll see that. Let's just see how the universe is trying to guide you or try to influence that karmic path. It's creating that wave. So basically, the universe is trying to create situations so you see clearly, rather than you having to worry about things and trying to calculate things. It's the universe is doing the calculation for you. Bright idea. The universe is providing those ideas for you of how to interact within your relationships so they no longer cause you any headaches. And this could be family, friends, community, partners. You're going to see really clearly about And it's to do with understanding the reading of that book and the knowledge that it brings. And with that knowledge that it brings understanding. So, and knowledge is past stuff. So it's experience. What we've done in the past, we can bring to the future, and we can provide a better future because we've learned from our past. And this is what I think the overall message is. You know, it seems to be pushing it constantly in that direction. Let's just see how the guides are trying to influence this karmic path. You're allowed to say no, Cancer. That's what it seems like. Your guides are trying to sort of say no to certain things for you. So you're avoiding that Five of Swords situation simply because your guides are distracting you on other things, creating coincidences around you so you don't get triggered by certain relationships. Yeah, they're being the leader. They're leading you on to a better future. That's what you guys are really doing in accordance to your karmic path. So I would be very interested in things that come up on the radar, that come up through coincidences within your relationships. Let's just see how the guides are trying to influence the conversation that is within you. And this, and this, and this. They're really pushing you forward. Kind of saying, I bet you didn't say it like this. And I think this is tied into the Hangman as well. They're really, they're like, it's like, I don't know why I've got this, but they are sitting on your shoulder. Was it Gulliver's Travels, you know, where they sit on the shoulder of the giant, and you can see so much better when you're in that position. And the giant seems to, for him, or for the giant, it's going to seem normal for the giant. But for someone who's small, sitting on top of giants' shoulders, they're going to be able to have a very attentive view. And that's just what they seem to be doing. They seem to be that voice that's coming from higher up, that's giving you a greater view of your future. And I would listen to it, the world. A new opportunity. And I think this comes in from this leader thing, in its realizing that, yeah, it's paying attention to the coincidences that are around you. And it's going to make for relationships that are very dependable, that are very satisfying or fulfilling. Okay? So let's go on to the financial side. Let's just see what's going on the karmic path on that front. A quick look what cards you had last week. You had the Hermit up here last week, and the King of Wands was over on this side as well. Yeah, so you know, there was a lot going on really, but it seems to be changing from one side to the other. Because this is a judgment, and it's like normally you say an ascension, but it doesn't seem to be coming across to that sort of. It's almost as if to sort of say, like a seed will wait to the perfect temperature and humidity before it germinates, and that's what this. It's waiting. It's waiting for the environment around you, financial environment around you, so you can liberate yourself, or you can ascend to much higher ground in concerns to your business and etc. That seems to be. That's maybe that wave that's cresting that hasn't quite crested yet, and you're gradually getting to your feet. It's a process, I think, this week here, and it's probably tied into your birthdays. So it's a process thing that's going on. Let's just see how so liberation or ascension or moving up on your career path or your business or expanding, all of those sort of things are on the horizon. And they're on their way, but it's a question of timing that it's all going to happen together at the same time. So there's a little bit of patience in there as well. This is similar to this side, like the universe is providing a lot. It's pushing you, or it's investing in your karmic path so you do get that ascension. It's helping you, yeah. It's investing in your financial world around you with that page of Pentacles, which is all about long-term victories. Victories through your own creation. That's the most important thing. And realizing that it's maybe the ascension moment. Realizing that actually you're creating a lot of your wealth now. Or a lot of possibilities within your financial world. Yeah. If it's not a case for you, it could be a case where this is not for everyone, but it could be a case where you need to ascend before you can actually get on that path of perpetual growth, perpetual profits, or wins, as it were. Okay, let's see how the your guides are trying to influence your karmic path. They're pulling things into this. Everything seems to be pinned upon you making this realization within you, in the financial world or in your career path. It seems to be like that you need to realize something in order for it to flower perfectly. They're providing seeds what the Page of Pentacles needs in order to get his fruits. So, King of Cups, really nice. Your guides here are really taking in positions of, and this King of Cups I would associate with Cancer. You've got that crab down the bottom there as it is. This is really you. It's all about your essence of what you do in life in the regards to job, businesses, projects, and so forth. And you have that capacity to enjoy life if you are prepared to move in various different directions. So in order to keep it plain sailing for you going forward. And these guides here are bringing in those seeds in order for you to have that secure and sound foundation within your life. Really, really, there seems to be a pivotal point in this where the guides are dealing with it at the moment, this pivotal point within you. And this could be this tied into the solstice. As I said, we'll be doing the all signs readings for the solstice this week. Let's just see how they're trying to influence this conversation that is within you. If it doesn't work for you, it's not going to work for them either. So if you don't make money out of your business, then you can't provide the service that people may need. So you have to charge what you have to charge, or you... Same thing with a job. If you're going to invest in a job, in a career path, there has to be a feedback as well. It has to work for everybody. If it doesn't work for everybody, eventually everybody will lose. That's the unfortunate thing about how we do money in a global scale, where we get bust and boom sort of scenario. It's because we don't make sure it works for everybody. And that's maybe something we should need to learn within us collectively. So that's what it's all about. It's got to work for everyone. Queen of Swords, very regal in that midsection there. Really, really regal. And that card there, that there, is really enjoying life and having all those possibilities within your relationships. If you concentrate on the coincidences that are around you. Here is a case of just being a little bit emotionally detached from the money. So making sure, this is what I mean about making sure it works for everyone. So you could earn $100 or £100 out of something. But then that may mean that that person that you want to help, or that person that's buying that thing for $100 actually gets in financial trouble. So then you don't get a return client, if you know what I mean. So it has to work for everybody, and it has to be sure that the other people are not taking too much either. And I think this is this realization in you that it has to work for everybody, and why not for you? Okay? Let's just see how the outcome is. Excuse me. Sitting pretty. You could be in a really, really good place, financially and emotionally. And it's almost as if you can see it. It's almost palpable for you. That wave is cresting. You're getting to your feet. You're getting another view on life. You're getting sitting in the water, waiting for the wave is nothing like the same thing as rushing up and down a wave as you're surfing it. And this is it's realizing that potential within you. There's certain things you need to put into place, and I think that's more next week, say from the 25th or 26th onwards, but we'll see that in next week's reading. But this here is sort of opening the appetite. Okay, so realizing, letting go of the old opportunities that have now been spent, and realizing you do have that Ace of Cups, that absolute beauty and fulfilling energy that is within you. And I think that's realizing that, looking away from the path of the past, looking forward. And yeah, there has been a bit of a I'm waiting. And yeah, it's not quite there. It's palpable, but you haven't quite got your feet on the surfboard yet. And you're not riding that wave as yet, that wave of beautiful bit of life. And that, I think, will tie into your birthdays. But on this side here, I think you will now notice that one cup, and you'll realize that actually you've been missing a really good opportunity because you've got caught up in situations that cause you headaches. And that's that realization that is within you. So keyword for you on the Instagram competition is realization. Okay? As I said, we're going to be doing a solstice reading. Nearly forgot it again. Solstice reading on this channel. If you want to be part of the Astroflower family, we'd love you here. And it's so easy. You could do it right now. You just need to click and to subscribe, and click that bell as well to get the notification. Apparently the clicking the bell is really important. We're doing a lot more stuff on Cymatic TV about the energies, about the vibrations that's coming through the earth, and also the vibrations that are coming through us, and the chakra sequencing. And certainly go and have a look at that, because we've got an activity zone that's coming round on the sun that should be out around about now, which is going to affect a lot of your air and fire within you, Cancer, which you do have a lot. You have that fire coming through you there, around here, and that air as well coming through you as well. So there's definitely a lot of stuff that's bubbling under the surface, and I think that's going to come in next week, and we'll see it in next week's reading. In the meantime, Cancer, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.